And guess what? It's Vlogmas.
Good morning, happy Vlogmas. It is Friday, December 21st. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm going to my parents tomorrow. I'm Barbara. I'm the host of the Flame and Fiber podcast. And thank you for joining me on my journey through Vlogmas. My chewy mug. And getting ready to start my day. Today I have to do stuff. I can't, I could tell you what I'm going to do ahead of time because I have to do it. Because I'm a procrastinator and today's Friday and we leave tomorrow morning for my parents. So today things have to get done because we arrive back home on Monday morning and we're hosting Christmas Eve dinner on Monday evening, early evening. So, I have to clean the house. Not the house. I don't have to clean the house. I have to vacuum and dust this room and this room. You've seen the floor. I haven't done anything with that floor. I just keep ignoring it. So it'll be all nice and clean. The table needs to be cleared. It's okay, but it's got a few things. And I have a couple things to do in the kitchen. I actually have a list. Dennis made a list of things he had to do. This is his list. Cross, cross, cross. This is my list. The only thing on here that I'm probably not going to do is write Christmas cards. That's been on my list for days. It's the Friday before Christmas. I'm okay to send a Christmas card that arrives after Christmas. This is my advent from Susan. It says Lorna's Laces. I do not think that I have used Lorna's Laces. So that'll be fun. Oh, that's a pretty color. I'm looking down here because I made an elf last night. And I really love how this turned out. I think Megan gave me this yarn, and I have to go back and look at my Vlogmas to see which yarn it was. Because I'm not keeping the tags with the yarn. I am not that good. And it turned out so cute. It looks like a colorwork hat. Now, of course, when you knit with this yarn, it's not going to look like this, because what are you knitting in this diameter, right? This circumference. So it's not going to look like this on anything of mine. Oh, excuse me. Oh, but I love how it turned out, but this is like a very dark teal color. And I want to find a, dark teal or navy blue or some scarf to match this color. I have to look through my scraps. I have no reason to think. And I wonder, this has a lot of brown in it. I wonder if that would, this might do it. He might get a Lorna's Laces. He might get a Lorna's Laces scarf and tassel. Whatever. Accessorizing my elf is one of the things I want to, I didn't actually write that on my list though. Didn't he turn out cute though? But he needs the right color scarf and tassel. Very pretty. So I might make a scarf out of this just to see if it'll go on this elf. If it doesn't, it'll go on its own elf, I guess. Thank you, Susan. And from Megan. Socks that rock. I've never had socks that rock either. Look at that. Oh, how adorable is that? Are those colors? I'm going to keep making elves. I find it apparently very soothing to just sit and make an elf. I don't have to think about it. And what you know, when my elementary is over, I have an elf. Might not have a scarf, but that's a great day. Thank you, ladies. So I'm going to get started with my day. I have a couple things on my list that I have to do in the kitchen, and both of Dennis's things on his list have to be done in the kitchen. So I am going to go pretty directly into the kitchen while he's still in bed. I haven't brought him his tea yet. He doesn't get his tea for another half an hour, and then he drinks it up there. So he spends quite a bit of time out of the kitchen in the morning. So, oh, I guess I'm still yawning. Oh, I did sleep pretty well. Dennis read I might have told you this already. Read an article last year or earlier this year that said they had done a study, and people who wore socks to bed slept better, didn't wake up as often during the night. And I don't know if it helped them fall asleep or not, but anyway, like a significant percentage. And I kind of poo-pooed it. I wore my socks one night. I think it was in the summertime. I wore my socks one night and it didn't help me. I'm like, I'm not wearing socks in the summer. Well, my feet were cold the other night, and I thought, oh, I should put socks on because my feet are cold. And then I thought, oh, and I'm not sleeping well. Maybe Dennis's theory is right. So I have worn socks to bed the last 3 nights, and I've slept pretty well. I am going to continue wearing my socks to bed, even though it's 60 degrees out. It's rainy and dreary, and it's supposed to get really windy, but it's 60 degrees out Fahrenheit, which is like 15 Celsius. In fact, it could be warmer than that, 65. So it's very strange. And did I just say it's supposed to get windy? It hasn't gotten windy yet, so Dennis was surprised. I mean, he brought wood and everything. He thought we might lose power. So, because we're out in the country. And sometimes it takes a while for our power to come back. Okay, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to go in the kitchen. First thing I'm making in the kitchen is bath bombs. They shouldn't take too long, maybe even, I mean, I'm supposed to take Dennis's tea in about 15 minutes, but these are only supposed to take 10 minutes, so we'll see how I do. I've done it before. One time pretty successfully, one time maybe not quite so. We'll see. Fun times. I couldn't find my almond oil. I had a box of stuff. I use it for both the lip balm and this. And it was in the dining room. On the dining room table, the keeper of everything. And it wasn't there. And I searched and searched and searched. Wasn't there. So finally I took Dennis's tea and said, I had a box. Oh yeah, I put it in the guest room on the dresser. Pearl apparently was quite interested in the cocoa butter that goes into the lip balms. I've just put 2.5 tablespoons of this in, and I am going to make these with witch hazel. And so the last time I made this, I put too much liquid in too fast, and I started my chemical reaction. The witch hazel is rose scented. Now, my bath bombs do not have much of a scent, so I'm going to put a little vanilla in this and some food coloring, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, so that only made 4 bath bombs, so I have to do another batch. Okay, so I got 9. I got 5 good-looking pink ones and 4 blue ones. That's so strange. I don't know why that would be. From the same recipe, doing it one right after the other, but whatever. I need 7 for what I'm doing, so I'm good. So, yay! Something to cross off my list. Yay! This is a cookbook that my mother made me many, many, many years ago. This was the wallpaper in their old house in the kitchen. And the new house was built 35 years ago, I think. Must be 35 years ago. So this is an old recipe book, and inside she put a lot of the, you know, family recipes that she made, cookies and things, you know, the things that, her recipes that she made us when we were kids that we liked. And she gave this to me for Christmas. She did one for my sister too. Dennis has since taken it over and put all kinds of his recipes in there too. Since he's the cook, that's certainly fine. And there is the recipe for party salad. And you can see that it has, well, one of the ingredients is whipped cream. So every time I whip cream, it gets all over and it gets on the recipe. I'm going to move this recipe over to a different part of the kitchen because it's barely hanging in there. Okay, so now I'm in my chair. I did cut the flower off my Dracaena. Made me sad, but I couldn't sit in my chair from the fragrance. Too bad. But I am going to make a little scarf out of the new Lorna's laces that Susan gave me to see if my elf, it works on my elf. I have just been busy in the kitchen for an hour and a half or so. I made 2 batches of bath bombs and a double batch of party salads. So, ooh, where's my list? I can cross 2 things off. Yay! So I'm going to sit, I'm having my coffee. Well, I didn't even finish my first cup. I'm having my second kind of cup of coffee and relaxing, watching some Vlogmas, do a little knitting. And then I will go and see what, oh, well then we have to go on a WALK even though it's pouring rain. And then we will see what's next. What a wacko day. I don't know if that works, but it's sunny. Well, I guess the cloud just went a little bit over the... There's some blue in the sky. It was pouring a few minutes ago, and it's going to be pouring later. But Pearl and I are actually having a very nice walk. So that's fun. Right, Pop? That's fun. Where are you? There you are. All right. Take 2 on the relaxing and, doing my knitting. I'm going to work on that. Oh, look at my hair. Oh, don't look at my hair. Anyway, I've zapped my coffee, and now I'm going to sit and relax and watch some Vlogmases and see how the day unfolds. But we had a lovely walk, as you saw. Well, I did a little scarf with that yarn from Lorna's Laces that Susan gave me, and it's okay. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but it's better than no scarf at all, and I will keep my eye out for something that's a little darker and a little closer to that blue. But meanwhile, I think it works. I am not going to use it on the hat, though, so we shall see. So now I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll putting on my Progress Keeper bracelet. I don't know if I can do it at this angle gracefully, but I need a Progress Keeper because I am going to be working on Isabel's sweater, and I need to mark where I talked about it on my podcast. I am not going to be able to do this on video. I don't know. I've been working on Isabel's sweater. I'm really tickled with how it's turning out. So I have just done the bottom to the same length as the inner pockets that I did to start. And now I have to start with pocket shaping and doing other things. And I don't know, does it happen to you? For me, very often when I'm doing a pattern that I'm not sure about or I've never done before, you know, I read the next instruction. I'm like, I don't know what this means. I don't understand this. And I'm scrounging around to look at that puppy. Give me that back. To look at the pictures, to try to figure out what's going on. And I'm like, you know, I overreact to something terrible. And then 2 minutes later, it kind of sinks in. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. This happens to me all the time. So I have gone through my panic stage of the about the next part of the pattern, and I can do that. But first, Dennis is soon going to take Pearl on her walk, so I am going to start cleaning up the floor so I can vacuum while they're gone, because Pearl's not a fan of the vacuum. So I thought, I will just do it while she's not here. So that's next, and that'll be the third thing crossed off my list. I'm so excited. Too bad I didn't put Walk Pearl on my list. Then I could have had 4 things. Seriously, a half an hour's work, and it looks so nice in here. You would think I would do that more often, so that it would look nicer more often, and I wouldn't even take a half an hour, to tell you the truth, if I did it more often. So there's our living room. All our company for Christmas Eve is my daughter and her boyfriend and Dennis's parents, so it's all family. They know me. It'll be fine. I love my little elves on top of my TV. I'm watching my Vlogmas, but my elves are so cute. I'm so tickled. Quite a few of them will be leaving before the end of Christmas, but they're so sweet. Okay. So I am a Christmas cliche. I'm watching Love Actually.
Yes, you did. Get out, DJ.
And having my cocktail and working on my socks so I don't ruin anything. And then I'm gonna edit my Vlogmas. I wanted to wish you all happy solstice and happy Yule, as Leslie said. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, pausing Love Actually, I will be traveling to my parents tomorrow. I have no way of editing a podcast while I'm there. So I will be taking video, and I won't be home till Monday, so I won't have another Vlogmas until Monday. So I wish you a happy solstice and a lovely weekend, and I probably will only have one more Vlogmas to put up, and who knows, it might not get up till Christmas Day, because Christmas Eve is our busy day. But I do wish you a wonderful holiday for those of you who celebrate Christmas. And thank you so much for joining me on Vlogmas. I've had such a wonderful time. And I will see you in a few days.